Hey there, I just hope that your business is running quite well. But if it isn't, then you don't have to worry about that because I am here with TTC Framework Simplified. Okay, because this is a very complex framework, but I'm going to simplify it just for you so that you can not just only build the trust within your audience, but also can convert more leads. Okay, so TTC basically means that you have to optimize your website. We are going to cover this in the sense of website majorly. So TTC means that you have to optimize your website in sense of traffic, trust, and conversion. Okay, so the TTC means that traffic, trust, conversion optimization framework. Okay, basically what this framework says is that you present your identity architecture of you yourself or of your firm, and that is going to be presented in front of the traffic, okay, in front of a lot of people. And after all of that traffic, if it has certain things like the identity architecture has those things, then it is going to build more trust. Okay, what happens that your identity architecture isn't placed so well. Okay, so if there is a lot of traffic and if you are not building the trust, the people would just run away. Okay, that happens majorly. Even like you think your website is looking quite great, the design is great, and you are also running paid ads, and you're also running PPC, you're sponsoring yourself, but you are not converting more. Okay, you are receiving many clicks, you are seeing that there are a lot of people coming on your website, there is a like huge traffic, but they are not converting. Okay, and you can see the bounce rate is really high as well. So that happens because the trust factor lacks in your identity architecture. And the third thing is convert. When they trust you and they have like your website is also conversion optimized as well, then is the only time that they will get converted. Okay, so just understand it in this way. This is your identity architecture. Okay, and you present it onto the online world, and you create 4 types of media. Okay, one is the paid media, one is the earned media, one is shared, and one is owned. Okay, so you can see this diagram here as well. Okay, you can pause this video and check this right here. This is called PESO, basically PESO. Okay, so the most authentic and the media that no one can steal from you is the own media. But due to the lack of awareness, due to us not knowing that we should be creating more own media, we don't create it, and we just go for paid ads. Okay, just let me give you a quick introduction of what paid, earned, shared, and owned media is. Okay, so owned media is actually everything that you own, from your website, from your blogs, from your podcast, from your audios, from your videos, that is onto the internet without basing any platforms, that is like onto your live domain. Okay, your hosting that you are having. Okay, the shared media is the media that you are sharing onto other social media platforms such as Facebook, such as LinkedIn, such as YouTube, okay, such as other social media platforms that are social media platforms that you don't own. Okay, then the third is the earned media. Earned media is through the referrals. Actually, you can talk about the credibility, the the people talking about you, the people posting about you, that is called actually earned media, just for making you understand what it is. And the lastly, it comes to paid media. This is the last option for everyone, that if you're not generating enough traffic, you have to go for the paid media. That is called basically paid ads. Okay, and covering all of that area which is like paid. So the drawback in the paid media is that if you don't have money, it is going to stop. Simple as that. So you need a lot of money to share your paid media. Earned media. Earned media is earned through a lot of credibility, a lot of trust, and serving a lot and a lot of clients with 100% client satisfaction. And that's how they are going to, talk about you, give you like good testimonials and all that. Shared media, the major drawback is that if your ID gets banned, if your account gets suspended, you just lost it all. Okay, let's suppose you have published articles on LinkedIn, like 54 articles. What will happen if your account gets suspended? And you will you reach them and you talk to them, and they said that no, you have like violence policies or like anything like that, and your account cannot be recovered. What will you do at that time? Okay, so we that is the major drawback of shared media. But own media is actually something that we should all be focusing on, because no one is going to take away this like from us. Okay, so when you produce these all of these medias, what happens that you target a lot of audience. Okay, so in owned media you do the SEO and all of that stuff. In shared media you also focus on like the SEO, but you more focus on trends. Okay, what is actually going on that platform. And in earned media and in paid media you also get to chase like you also attract more like people from the online world. But if you produce all of this media and your identity architecture is broken, then I am sorry to say that you are not going to build the DKLT, that also means digital like no trust factor, and you are not going to convert more. Okay, no matter how many paid ads you run, if your website is not trust optimized and conversion optimized, you're not going to convert more leads, and your bounce rate is always going to be that 78%. Okay, so nothing can change that, not even a good design, not a $5,000 website. Nothing can sorely save you from losing all of those leads. And especially if you are paying for that media, it means you're just like throwing away your cash just for more clicks. Okay, so that means those clicks are for nothing. Okay, so what identity architecture does in sense of building the digital like know and trust factor, we are just going to cover this DLKT. Okay, there are several type of audience: cold, warm, and hot. Okay, so there are the cold audience. They are going to know you. Okay, first of all, whether you go for the paid media, whether you go for the shared, owned, or like any media, the people are going to know you. Okay, that happens. And at that time, if you position your identity architecture in a well-performed manner, what is going to happen actually is that they are going to trust you. Okay, because there are two ways after they know you: either they will dislike you or they would like you. You would be in their good list or their bad list. It happens with you as well. You maybe sometimes find out some people you are like seeing their videos, social media platform, they are promoting their videos, but you don't like that guy, you don't like that girl. Okay, because they are producing some cringe content. You can say like anything, that can be any scenario you can take. Okay, so someone, either they are going to they know you, either they are going to trust you or they are not going to. Okay, there's no third way. So for building that trust, we build a authentic identity architecture, and that is going to actually help you build more trust. And the more they know you, the more people know you, the more they like or dislike you upon how your identity architecture is being presented to them. And let's suppose it is being presenting well. Okay, what will happen? It will take that cold audience, and they will like you, start to like you, and it will make them warm. It will take that cold audience category and put it into the warm audience. Okay, okay, just let me clear one thing. If you don't know about cold, warm, and hot audience, that means cold means the audience that you are not aware of, and neither they are of you. Okay, they don't know you, they are completely unaware of who you are. Okay, warm audience are who a little bit know about you, okay? And the hot audience are, they really like you, and they know what you're doing, they are aware of you, and they follow you actually. And there also comes a fourth type of audience, the joyable or the happy audience, who actually have bought something from you, your product or your services, and they are happy with that, okay? So what happens is that the warm audience, after you produce your media, your own media, your website, the content in your website, the warm audience is going to like you even more, okay? And after that, the more they like you, the more they will trust you, and that will convert those hot audience into more trustworthy audience. And at that time, it matters 100 and 1,000% that your user experience, your user interfaces, and the way that your conversion, like your CTAs, are placed, they are optimized. Your website is completely conversion optimized, we say that term, okay? So if it is conversion optimized, they are going to convert. But if they are not, no matter how they like you, how much they trust you, they are not going to convert, okay? Because your website is not conversion optimized. Okay, so building that trust factor comes into the identity architecture, because it is the way how you position yourself, how authentically you position yourself, so that people start to like you even more, okay? And people start to talk about you. And lastly, the conversion optimization, what it does, that it shows the people, shows the hot audience, that here is the thing that you should be buying from this guy, because you trust them at the most, and you know that this guy can help you, okay? So that is the TTC framework at its simplest form that I can explain you. And I hope that you understand it all. And if you have any question, you can drop down in the comments, and I would be glad to make a video on that as well. Have a nice day and rock with your business. Thank you.